The future of Philippine basketball is on full display as young, talented players take center stage. And again, we are live in Lipa City Youth and Cultural Center in the province of Batangas, and we welcome you to the one and only Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL D-League. And our match at hand is the Tanauan Brahmans going up against the Quezon Huskers. Again, it's 21 and under action on your way, so stay tuned for the last game of our day. So good evening, everybody. The name is Cholo Pangilinan, covering the action with Coach Quito Limbo and Daphne Cristobal at the sideline. So good evening to you, Coach Quito. One last game.
Yes, good evening, Cho, and sa lahat ng ating mga kaliga. Interesting matchup coming up as both teams are in the opposite side of our standing.
And we came from a playoff atmosphere, so ngayon naman regular season of the 21 and under division. But still, it's very intense because it's the D-League. It's 21-year-olds, young men battling out in the hardwood. So now let's proceed to the last game. First, the Tanauan Brahmans, where they won against the Palawan U-Rich Builders, 99-83.
Yes, and for Tanauan Brahman, they're still undefeated with a 5-0 record. Shooting last game against Palawan U-Rich Builders, they won 99-83. They shot 49% in the field, executed well in both ends of the floor, and let Palawan convert 25 turnovers, where Tanauan converted 39 points of turnovers. And their player of the game is none other than Alan Aguila, who made 17 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, and 1 steal.
And talking about the last game of the Quezon Junior Huskers, where unfortunately they lost against the Pasig Servants, 82-78, only a 4-point loss for them.
Yeah, tough loss para dito sa Quezon Huskers as they lost against Pasig, 82-78. Quezon is at the bottom of the standing right now with a 1-4 record. They shot 45% in the field. Although they were out-rebounded 34-45, and they let Pasig convert 19 second chance points with a total of 42 points in the paint.
Indeed, a lot of room for improvements talking about this Quezon Husker squad, but there you go, that is our match for today. Again, it's between the Tanauan Brahmans, the home heroes technically, versus the Quezon Huskers, the visiting team from the north, actually from the south as well. But this time, we turn it over to our venue announcer, Gio Cruz, for the start of our ball game.
Good evening, Junior MPBL fans. Basketball action continues here at Lipa City Youth and Cultural Center here in the province of Batangas, as we bring you Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL D-League, ang Liga ng Bawat Batang Pilipino. We are live on the official FB page and YouTube channel of the Junior MPBL. We are now on our main game of today's schedule, featuring Tanauan Brahman and Quezon Huskers. Now let's meet the starters first. From the Quezon Huskers, starting guard number 3, Joshua Simbulan. Other guard number 7, Matir Ading. At forward number 6, Troy Umayaw. Other forward number 8, Simplicio Adame Jr. And at center number 33, Paul Enal. Head coach is Jerick Tang, assisted by attorney Rex Moldeo. Team Manager, Attorney Don Kapunan. And now introducing the starters from Tanauan Brahman. Starting guard number 23, James Torato. Other guard number 25, John Hervey Atienza. At forward number 27, Jeff Calamucho. Also at forward number 28, Kenneth Puntano. And man in the middle, number 19, Paul Tivar. Head coach is Arnold Contorno, assisted by Ryan Fenodimo, Peter Robar, team manager Ivan Nocum, and Arnold Dan Alonte. Our game officials, crew chief, ang anak ng maestro Joseph Cleophas, umpire 1, Cornel Tongol, and umpire 2, Nino Perez. Junior MPBL Executive Director, Mr. J.R. Navarro, Junior MPBL Commissioner, Mr. Kit Picasso. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL D-League, ang Liga ng Bawat Batang Pilipino. Start of the first quarter.
In our Dorite Bola ng Pinoy team starters for Quezon, we have Simbulan, Eding, Umayaw, Adame, and the NL. For Tanauan, we have Atienza, Torato, Pundano, Mucho, and Tivar. And again, talking about the Quezon Junior Huskers, unfortunately, they lost against the Pasig Servants. Only a 4-point loss for them, giving them a 1-4 record.
Yes.
And on the other side, the Tanauan Brahmans winning over the Palawan Urich Builders, remaining undefeated in our Junior MPBL D-League 21 and under.
Yes, and they are the team to watch for dito sa the D-League. Talking about Tanauan.
Meanwhile, first points of the game potentially will be from the free throw line, as Atienza will have a chance to shoot two. Atienza at the line. First one is good. Finally, the bench of the Brahmans can sit early.
Oh yes, and John Atienza is averaging 14 points, almost 3 rebounds and 3.4 assists.
Umayaw gets the board. And this time, they bring it down. The Junior Huskers looking to redeem themselves after a disappointing couple of games. Well, that's going to be a quick turnover for their first possession of the game. And of course, their senior counterparts, the Quezon Huskers, competing in the MPBL finals, where the coach of this team, rather, Coach Jeric Teng, once played for.
Yes,
I think still played in this season.
Yeah.
But at some point just stopped. And right now is coaching alongside another former MPBL player, Coach Mark Pangilinan.
And unfortunately for Quezon, they're in the 8th spot right now. And they lost 4 straight games after that first victory. Still, you can see that their team is still looking for that identity.
And hopefully, they'll find it this game. Meanwhile, Umayaw drops it. Great find. And that is Paul Enel finishing.
And that's a great sequence in the part of Quezon, moving that two-man action between Enel and Umayaw.
Troy Umayaw getting called for that first foul. Meanwhile, he was the one who passed it to Paul Enel. Meanwhile, Atienza has it. Finds Torato at the right wing. Up against Umayaw. Finds Pundano. Inside the paint. Fades away, one-hander. That's no good. Rebound by Eding. Matthew Eding to Troy Umayaw. No foul call. Great defense from the Brahmans. Atienza. In transition. Atienza again. No good. Gets it back. Cleans up his own mess.
Just in time para dito kay Atienza, getting his own miss. That's his 4th basket in the game.
Meanwhile, there's gonna be a technical foul if I'm not mistaken. We're still waiting for confirmation of what exactly happened. Oh, but he has to remove his undergarment or his, I don't know what's that called,
The
compression tank top. Because the material of it, I believe, is not approved. Because there's only certain materials approved.
Yes. And then for the part of
Here comes the Junior Huskers. Edding has it. Paul Enal, no good at that shot. Meanwhile, Tivar attacking. Tivar will score.
And that's a great gather step para dito kay Tivar.
It's 5-2. 3-point lead for Tanauan. And there's going to be a foul as Matthew Edding draws for himself. And 2 freebies will be given to him.
You can see in this D-League, iba talaga yung physicality yung contact.
So Matt Edding at the free throw line. Former Adamson Baby Falcon. Right now playing for Quezon Junior Huskers, and we're seeing Coach Jeric Ting spearheading this group of young men representing the Quezon province.
And
Second one on its way.
You can see Edding averaging 6 points, 12 rebounds with 5 assists.
Meanwhile, they get it back. Matt Edding sends it out. Troy Umayaw, the spin, sends it out again. Enal, one-hander, and they complete the play.
And that was a great ball movement para sa Quezon Huskers.
Meanwhile, Atienza up against Simbulan. Torato against Umayaw. Sends it to Gelamucho. He's called for a travel.
And another turnover para dito sa Tanauan. That's their second turnover.
So play continues. A 1-point lead for the Tanauan Brahmans. Matt Edding. It's a pick from Zahili. Sends it to Umayaw. He attacks baseline, drops it to Zahili. Outside, it's Edding again. Matt Edding, difficult pass outside. No good on the 3. It's picked up by Edding again, but stolen again by Tivar. Atienza, no look pass to Torato, but they're unable to complete the play. Good thing Tivar was there to clean up his teammates' mess.
And good thing Tivar is trailing in that fast break opportunity for Tanauan.
It's now a 3-point lead for Tanauan. Outside, it's Edding. Paul Enal backing down his opponent. Being swarmed, will lose the leather. Tivar dives for it. Great hustle coming from Paul Tivar. Meanwhile, Torato finds Atienza, but that's short. Matt Edding brings it down. Oh, what a move. And he continues to attack, drops it, sends it outside. Umayaw for 3, but that's no good. Edding gets it back. Has nowhere to go, puts one up, still not falling. Rebound by Tivar. Pinpoint passing by the Brahmans. Atienza find his teammate, but they will choose to reset. But Torato says otherwise, but he will badly miss that shot. Crazy sequences for both teams, as it's only a 7-4 score. No teams yet in double figures. Umayaw attacking. Umayaw will score off that sidestep.
And finally a basket para dito sa Quezon Huskers, courtesy of Tamayo.
Only a 1-point lead for Tanauan. Pondano for 3. That's no good. Rebound picked up by Zahili.
And that's not the shot that you want para dito sa Tanauan.
Simbulan has it. The pick from Enal. Simbulan has nowhere to go. Sends it to the left corner. Edding attacks. A foul on the floor, I believe called on Aguila. Or rather, it's called on Pondano. That's gonna be a foul number 2 of Tanauan Brahmans.
And the first personal foul para dito kay Pondano.
14 seconds on the shot clock.
So it'll stay with the Junior Huskers, but they have new faces on the court. Meanwhile, the attack. He set it to the corner. Zahili for 3. That's no good. They get it back. Enal still not falling. Zahili trying to grab it back. But last touch on him apparently, and possession will now go to the Brahmans. The pressure, full court pressure being implemented by the Junior Huskers. But Batangas able to cross half court, but they turned the ball over, so it's back with the Quezon Huskers.
And both teams really not really trying to take care of the ball.
Meanwhile, Sahali has nowhere to go. This time it's Magsumbol. He has the basketball, sends it outside. They fire for a three. That's too strong. Enal will put it back in.
And just in time, ito si Enal made that put back.
To the Junior Huskers. Up by one. There's gonna be a foul called. Still on Enal. So Aguila will shoot two from the line. A chance to give his team the lead back.
And Alan Aguila on the line. He's averaging 12 points with 3 rebounds and 3 assists.
Second one on its way for Aguila. But that's 2 out of 2 for Aguila. 1 point lead for the Brahmans. Here comes the orange shirts, Herrera. Unable to catch it. Good thing Artango was there. They will send it out. They try for a three. Magsumbol rattles that shot in.
And that's the first 3-pointer of the game, courtesy of Magsumbol.
Meanwhile, a steal right here. Magsumbol, counter steal by Tanauan. Laput attacks. Laput draws a foul. So that's gonna be free throws already for
Yes.
Laput. Since Quezon is already over the foul limit. Now to take another look on that attack from Laput.
Clearly, there's a foul over there. And that's on Herrera. That's his first personal foul.
Laput at the line. First one, no good for him. Second one on its way for Laput. So it cuts the lead of Quezon to just 1, as there's over 2 minutes remaining in our chapter number 1. Artango brings it down for the Junior Huskers, but he steps out of bounds. He doesn't step out of bounds, he gets fouled actually by Laput. So it will stay with them. Only one more foul to give for the Brahmans. Sahili trying to find his teammates, stolen by Laput. Advanced pass, great find to Di Mailig.
Great find para dito kay Laput.
Meanwhile, Magsumbol asking for it, he gets it. He's at the left side, up top it's Sahili. Hands it off. Magsumbol, back to Sahili, intercepted by Di Mailig. Meanwhile, Laput almost lost it. Di Mailig picks it up. Guerra for 3. That's no good. A rebound here by Herrera. Herrera draws a foul. That's going to be the last foul to give of the Brahmans in this period.
And that's on Di Mailig. His first personal foul. And so far, Quezon Huskers are really up there against Tanauan Brahmans.
Exactly, and you wouldn't expect it because their records, both of their records rather, don't say Don't say that.
Yes.
But nonetheless, the Brahmans having a hard time. Herrera with the steal. Herrera gets blocked by Guerra in transition. No ID, no entry, says Guerra.
And that's a nice recovery para dito kay Guerra.
Let's take another look on this Julius Paulo Guerra block. Not in my house. Meanwhile, three-pointer sank by Quezon's Basti Jacob.
And if you have a shooter like Jacob for Quezon Huskers, things will open wide in terms of the paint area.
Meanwhile, it's a 2-point lead for the Junior Huskers. Tivar outside, he fires for three, answers back with a triple.
What an answer by Tevar.
So it's back to a 1-point lead for Tanauan. Under 30 seconds remaining. Laput pressuring Artango. Sends it to Jacob. Or Jacob. Magsumbol. Steps back. He fires for three. In and out. Rebound by Herrera. They keep it alive. 8 seconds remaining in our quarter. It's down to 5. Herrera. One-hander. And that's no good. But there's going to be a foul just before the buzzer.
And that might be a penalty situation. And that's against Tevar. And Sahil is on the line. Missed that first free throw. Oh,
0 out of 2 for Zahir Sahili. And that's going to be the end of our first period. 15-14, only a 1-point lead for the Tanauan Brahmans as we'll head to our second period in a while. Once again, this is the one and only Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL D-League.
Kung gutom ang Quezon Junior Huskers na kunin itong panalong to, mas lalong gutom ang kanilang head coach na si Coach Jeric Teng. Well, talking about their squad, kung meron man silang highlight so far dito sa tournament, yun yung kanilang unang panalo at yung unang laro. Because after that one, parang nag-stumble na sila at nag-struggle na sila here in the tournament. Meanwhile, on the other side of the court naman, para sa koponan ni Coach Arnold Contorno, nabanggit naman niya sa akin na syempre, being on top will not dictate itong tournament. Sabi niya nga sa akin, it's too early to celebrate, no room for complacency, but rather that sense of urgency na kailangan nilang ipakita dahil pagdating ng playoffs, doon ang totoong laro. Balik sa inyo.
Thank you very much, Daphne, for that report. And indeed, very great words coming from Coach Arnold.
Yes.
That even though they have an undefeated record, it doesn't say anything at all.
yes, especially if you're in the playoffs. According to him, pag playoffs talaga, back to square one.
Exactly. But the stakes are higher.
Yes.
So we should expect a much difficult game. But as of right now, we do have that advantage of being undefeated. But the team that's from the bottom of the standings fighting and surviving against the Tanauan Brahmans, as that's Laput sinking that shot from inside the key. Meanwhile, Artango to the left wing. Edding has it. Matt Edding attacks. He draws a foul. As almost a minute passes by in our second period. And that's going to be 2 free throws for Matt Edding.
2 free throws for Mahathir Edding.
And again, former Adamson Baby Falcon, averaging 6 points, 12, or rather, I believe this is a stat line during his last game. 6 points, 12 rebounds, and 5 assists. Played 24 minutes that game. in this game so far, only has 2 rebounds, has been quiet, but scored his first point during that first freebie. Meanwhile, Laput, backcourt violation called on him.
Backcourt violation.
And that's the 6th turnover para dito sa Tanauan Brahmans.
14 seconds shot clock.
Samantala itong Quezon already committed with 8 turnovers.
Meanwhile, the attack inside. What a play, but greatly anticipated by Andal. Meanwhile, they send it out. They fire for 3. In and out. Rebound captured by Herrera. Artango at the break, being swarmed by 2 defenders. And they turned the ball over. Edding couldn't catch it.
And that was a poor communication on the part of Edding and Artango. Edding is really wide open in that play. And sayang yung opportunity na yun to make a basket.
Aguila has it. He will fire for 3. That's no good. They get it back. And Lehigh, second chance points for him.
11 El Lehigh.
Meanwhile, Edding, he will attack. Has nowhere to go. Outside pass. Artango. No good for the lefty. And here comes Kurt Laput. Steps on the brakes. Will change gears. Finds the open Guerra, but he's unable to sink the shot. Looks like there's a foul called on the Junior Huskers.
Number 77, Eugene Siga, with 6
So it's called on Sigat.
Reds a ball and ball in reversing past the ball and all ensemble. 14 seconds.
So NL comes back in. And a couple of familiar faces again for the Tanauan Brahmans as Torato no good on that shot. Meanwhile, here comes Matt Edding directing the offense for the Junior Huskers. Torato is picking him up, sends it to the left side. Herrera, the pick from Sikat. Intercepted by Elihai. Finds Torato, and dreams Torato will finish.
Every time Quezon Huskers commits a turnover, Tanauan will really pay you off.
And what just happened right there?
Yes.
I just took my eyes off the court for a second, and suddenly there's an end one opportunity for James Torato.
Literally back-to-back baskets para dito kay Torato.
A chance for a 5-point swing, actually, if he makes this freebie.
And this is a very dangerous situation in the part of Quezon.
And he doesn't, but still, it's a 4-point swing. And he's gonna earn minutes because of that.
Yes. And just like that, Tanauan is up by 8 points already.
And not to mention, Torato was also able to swipe that ball away from Edding. Could have been a steal
Yes.
if Edding didn't push and was called for an offensive foul. Nonetheless, turnover. So here comes the Brahmans. Kirk Laput, the pick from Elihai. Aguila, he will fire a 3. That's no good. Adame. It's now with Matt Edding. Drops it last minute. Enal, the reverse. That's no good. Aguila grabs the board. Sends it to James Torato. Torato. Another bucket for James Torato.
What a body control para dito kay Torato.
What craftiness being shown here by Mr. Torato. I'm sorry. We were not familiar with your game.
And Sikat is not a small guy.
Dangerous spring timeout called right here. We shall be back.
Taas noo kahit kanino, walang ibang sinisigaw ang masang Pilipino. Bumagsak, bumangon, hinarap ang mga hamon, hanggang ang kahirapan tuluyan nating matalo.
back to the action right here. 25 to 15, a 10-point lead by the Tanauan Brahmans. Meanwhile, no good on that shot attempt coming from Sikat.
Number 55, Andre Dimaki, that's his second.
Imaili getting called for that foul in Sikat.
For Xinjiang Sika.
Will get a chance to shoot two from the line. First one is no good, as we have under 6 minutes remaining in the second. He'll go 1 out of 2.
Substitution. John Tienza for Church Lapu.
Meanwhile, Atienza brings it down. He drops it. Dimahilig, that's too short. Elihai gets it back. He will send it out. Torato grabs it. Dimahilig at the right wing. Torato, he will fire for 3. That's too short. That's saved by Artango. Rather, that's another guy. Meanwhile, basket and one. I got sacked by Renz Apor. Much needed momentum booster on the side of the Junior Huskers as we take another look at this pound-for-pound fitness foul counted move. Bonus freebie. He's unable to sink it, but he get it back. Adame was asking for it. He's unable to catch it. In possession now with the Tanauan Brahmans.
Timeout, Tanauan Brahman.
And the Brahmans calling a Nature Spring timeout as they're up by 7. Over 5 minutes remaining in our first half. Back to the action right here, 25 to 18. A 7-point lead for the Brahmans. Torato was left wide open. Edding. This time, Quezon trying to figure something out. Renzapor, the pick from Enal. Enal asking for it. He fires a 3. That's no good. It's out of bounds, possession back to the other side. Under 5 minutes remaining in Chapter 2. So far, the Junior Huskers scoring only 4 points in this period. Atienza, in and out move. To the corner. Back to Atienza, up top it's Aguila. Torato, unable to receive it. Aguila chooses to attack, but that's no good. Matt Edding brings it down. Enal, the cut. And he gets called for a traveling violation.
Substitution. Zahid Zahidi for Black.
9-point lead for the Brahmans. Under 4 minutes remaining. Atienza. Edding, great defense, but Ilihai recovers. Outside pass, Genamucho. That's short on the 3. And it's out of bounds. Possession back to the Junior Huskers.
And so far, Quezon Huskers only scored 4 points in this second quarter.
Matt Edding brings it down. Behind the back move against Torato. Outside pass. Sahili unable to receive it properly. But Sikat, he will fire a three. No good. To get it back though. And Adame, basket and one off that offensive board.
Oh, that was a great effort para dito kay Adame. Getting that offensive rebounds and a chance to get an end one opportunity.
Pound for pound fit this foul. Counted move. 3-point play opportunity for Adame. And a chance to cut the lead off Tanauan to just 6.
And Simplicio Adame averaging 4 points with 2 rebounds and 1 assist.
He completes a 3-point play. Only a 6-point lead for the Brahmans. Meanwhile, Gilamucho receives it. Hands it off to Atienza at the right wing. Up top, it's Elihai. He looks for Torato. He gives it to him. James Torato. Impressive run a while ago. Impressive pass to Gilamucho. Another impressive play for the Brahmans.
That was a great read. They had a two-man action. Itong si Torato and Elijah.
Ball number 25, John Atienza.
29 to 21. Last bucket was scored by Gilamucho.
2 free throws for Zahir Sahili.
So Sahili, a chance for 2 on the line. A chance to cut the lead again of Tanauan. Answering back with their 2-pointer. First one is no good for Sahili.
Sahili.
Meanwhile, the putback is good. Courtesy of Sikat. That's gonna be called on Edding. He's the one who tapped that ball. So right now, a couple of substitutions for the Junior Huskers, but it's with the Brahmans. Meanwhile, Elihai hands it off to Torato. Back to Elihai. He fires. That's money.
And that two-man action again of Torato and Elihai is very effective para dito sa Tanauan.
Meanwhile, Edding for 3. That's no good. They get it back though. Sikat, outside pass, Sahili. They have 9 to shoot. Edding to the cutting Adame. That's no good. 3 Brahmans swarming him. Shot clock is reset. They have... But wait a minute, there's gonna be an offensive, over the back foul rather. On Sikat. So possession back to the Brahmans.
Atienza will sit down on the bench, replacing Nava. Who in fact played a while ago.
Yes, actually made a crucial shot as well.
Yes.
So no rest days for Mr. James Nava. Meanwhile, Pundano. The pick from Elihai. Donato will attack. Tough shot, no good for him. Here comes the Junior Huskers on the run. No good at that shot. Rebound by Nava. Seems to be a foul on Gilamucho. So possession will stay with the Junior Huskers.
And that's the penalty situation already for Tanauan. And because of that, Adame will shoot 2 free throws.
Adame at this game has 3 points, 4 rebounds, make that 4 points now, along with a single dime. Had that big end one play a while ago, also converted that into a 3-point play. Second one, it's good. 5 points now for Adame, along with 5 rebounds. Meanwhile, Torato on the run. James Torato. That guy has been on fire in this game.
Coast to coast para dito kay Torato. And 8 points came from in this quarter. 10 points rather.
Meanwhile, Anting has it. And no good at that jump shot from Adame. 45 seconds remaining. Elihai up top. He will attack. He won't finish, but he draws a foul. 2 freebies coming up, and a chance to put his team up by double digits.
And that's a smart move, doing that fake handoff and trying to attack the rim.
What a name, 11 Elihai, but he's wearing the jersey number 16.
Yes. Maybe someone got the number first.
Talk about having the lucky bounce. Second one on its way.
And another opportunity for Elihai.
Yes, because Matt Edding was caught stepping inside too early. Second one, and no good. Here comes the Huskers. The attack by Adame, out to Edding. This time it's Sahili up top. Gives it. No good. Coming from Renzapur.
And that shot of Apor is way off the mark.
The Tanauan Brahmans call a major spring timeout as they're up by 9. 21 seconds remaining in the first half. Back to the action right here for the last 19 seconds. 9-point lead for the Tanauan Brahmans. Gelamucho hands it off. That was Nava. This time it's Torato. Back to Nava. Torato is asking for it. Nava outside to Pundano. Last 2 seconds. Torato, he will have to fire. That's no good. At the end of the first half, it's 34-25, a 9-point lead for the Tanauan Brahmans. And we shall return for the start of the second half. Once again, this is the one and only Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL D-League.
Taas noo kahit kanino, walang ibang sinisigaw ang masang Pilipino. Bumagsak, bumangon, hinarap ang mga hamon, hanggang ang kahirapan tuluyan nating matalo. Taas noo kahit kanino, walang ibang sinisigaw ang masang Pilipino. Bumagsak, bumangon, hinarap ang mga hamon, hanggang ang kahirapan tuluyan nating matalo.
Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL would light the fame. Extreme. One-stop shop appliances.
Dorite Bola ng Pinoy, the first Pinoy basketball brand, Don Benitos, ang pambansang cassava, Nature Spring, #1, bottled water in the Philippines. Pound for pound fitness, be Liga Ready, Jinky Skin, empowering women by redefining beauty, Pound Active, for quality sportswear.
Red Dynasty, offering comfort Chinese food and overall 5-star experience. Winford Resort and Casino Manila, a luxury integrated resort.
Special thanks to Mayor Eric Africa and Honorable Michael Gerard Mikey Morada of Lipa City, Batangas for hosting today's games. And Mr. Ivan Nukam of Boss I. Maraming salamat.
9-point lead para sa Tanauan Brahmans. And speaking of, kasama po natin ngayon ang team owner ng Tanauan Brahmans, none other than Mr. Ivan Nocom. Good evening, Sir Ivan. Thank you so much po for gracing us with your presence. Alam naman natin na oras na, pero andito pa rin po kayo nakasuporta para sa inyong koponan. Well, talking about your team, in a comfortable position po sila in the South Division so far. Pero masasabi niyo po ba na meron pa kayong hinahanap para sa inyong team?
Unang-una, nagpapasalamat ako sa inyo at good evening sa lahat ng mga tiga-MPBL din. Hanggang ngayon, nandito pa rin kayo, tuloy-tuloy. Bawat sa team naman namin, actually, talaga mini-maintain lang namin lahat ng mga games, yun ang kailangan lang namin talaga. Practice, yun ang ano namin, para ma-maintain lang talaga namin. Yun ang goal lang talaga namin.
Sir Ivan, entering naman po itong second half. 9-point lead po ang meron inyong team. Pero sa tingin nyo po, ano pa po yung kailangan nilang ipakita para ma-maintain po itong pagli-lead nyo here in this game?
Actually, unang-una, hindi rin biro yung kalaban namin. It's Quezon, it's malalaki rin. Yun, focus kami sa depensa lagi. Yun ang kailangan namin talaga. Kita nyo naman, maliliit lang kami, pero ang Quezon talagang bigs ang ano nila. Nag-wing lahat. Maganda yan na namin. Kaya kami, stay mo lang kami sa ano lang namin, sa focus lang kami sa depensa namin lagi. Yun lang ang namin.
Kumaga Sir Ivan, depensa po talaga ang puhunan ng Tanauan Brahmans. Meron po ba kayong gustong pasalamatan or batiin po ngayon?
Una-una, nagpapasalamat kami dito sa Lipa, kay Mayor Eric Africa, na dito makapaglaro kami ng MPBL. Nagpapasalamat kami kay Mayor at ang mga sanggunian niya. At ang pangalawa kay Konsehal Mikey Morada. Thank you very much po. Ayun, nakapaglaro kami dito. Then, ang aming mayor din, sa mayor ng Tanauan, si Mayor Sunny Collantes and Congressman Maitit Collantes, si Congressman King Collantes. Nagpasalamat ako dahil tuloy-tuloy pa rin yung suporta nyo. At kay Cap Ablao, ayun, nagpasalamat kami, tuloy-tuloy pa yung suporta nyo. And my boss, ang owner din ng Mr. Mar Alonte, and Joel Alonte, si Kong Len Alonte. Yun, nagpapasalamat ako sa inyo. Yan ang mga boss namin. Yan ang, maraming salamat.
Thank you so much, Sir Ivan, and good luck po sa Tanauan Brahmans. And coming up next, ito na nga po, exciting matches para sa ating Batanggenyos dahil magkakaroon po tayo ng half-court shootout.
Taas noo kahit kanino, walang ibang sinisigaw ang masang Pilipino. Bumagsak, bumangon, hinarap ang mga hamon, hanggang ang kahirapan tuluyan nating matalo.
Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL would light the fame. Extreme. One-stop shop appliances.
Dorite Bola ng Pinoy, the first Pinoy basketball brand, Don Benitos, ang pambansang cassava, Nature Spring, #1, bottled water in the Philippines. Pound for pound fitness, be Liga Ready, Jinky Skin, empowering women by redefining beauty, Pound Active, for quality sportswear.
Red Dynasty, offering comfort Chinese food and overall 5-star experience. Winford Resort and Casino Manila, a luxury integrated resort.
Special thanks to Mayor Eric Africa and Honorable Michael Gerard Mikey Morada of Lipa City, Batangas for hosting today's games. And Mr. Ivan Nukam of Boss I. Maraming salamat.
Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod, Junior, MPBL para sa'yo, ang liga ng bawat batang
Back to the action right here, 34-25 to start our third period. And the first possession of our second half belonging to the Tanauan Brahmans. Kurt Laput at the right side, Torato for three. That's no good, rebound by Villanueva. Meanwhile, the attack, oh, that's good, coming from Artango.
And that's a fearless move para dito kay Artago, rather. That's his first basket of the game.
Meanwhile, Kurt Laput at the right side, picked up by Artango. The pick from Torato. 8 seconds to shoot for them. Kurt Laput, Aguila, thought about the three, the spin, the half spin. That puts one up, and he fishes for a foul. Two freebies coming up for Aguila.
It's nice to see kids nowadays using their footwork. And itong si Aguila, take a look at that replay. Using that pivot moves, puts himself in the charity stripes.
First one is no good. Second one on its way for Aguila. Meanwhile, here goes Artango. The pick from Enel. Artango to Umayaw at the right side. Has nowhere to go. Back to Artango. Settles for a jump shot and he gets fouled. And he'll go to the line for two.
And that foul is against on Nava. And that's his first personal foul for Nava. And at the line, you can see Antago shooting for two.
First one is good for Artango. As they're trailing by just 7, a chance to make it just 6.
And the reason why Tanauan is up by 7 points right now is because they let Quezon shoot below 30% in the first half.
Meanwhile, Kurt Laput losing the leather. Nava able to pick it up. And it's back with the Brahmans. They fire for a three. That's no good. Tivar, the rebound, puts it back in. What a move. What footwork as well.
And that's the 9th point para dito kay Tivar.
And a steal right here, Aguila. What will he do? He will scoop it up and in.
Flying in the air, itong si Aguila. And that's his 5th basket of the game.
And Umayaw, sloppy turnover that time for him. Take another look on this Aguila lay-in into transition. Meanwhile, Laput against Umayaw. Laput dropping Umayaw. Laput will send it out. Aguila, he will attack. That's great defense coming from the Junior Huskers. Tivar diving for it. What hustle being showcased right there by both squads.
And you can see both teams, both players dying for the ball.
But possession will go to the Junior Huskers. Here goes Artango up against Nava. Artango stops. Enel has it. Villanueva receives it. He fires for three. That's money from Rex Villanueva.
And you can see it from the release of the ball. And Villanueva is their designated three-point shooter para dito sa Quezon Huskers.
Meanwhile, it's out of bounds, but possession will stay with the Brahmans. Let's take another look at this Rex Villanueva three-pointer. That's what he does best. Aguila and company. Nava attacks. Nava stops. Intercepted by Rex Villanueva. And he finds the cutting Adame, and they finish once again And more importantly, cuts the lead of Tanauan to just 5. Torato the spin. What a move! James Torato, 12 points in this game.
Oh, the moves. Ito ni Torato is nakakagising talaga sa ganitong oras.
Meanwhile, quick to answer back are the Junior Huskers. Meanwhile, Rex Villanueva, great anticipation. Gives it to Adame. The attack. That's a foul. 2 freebies will be given to Simplicio Adame.
Take a look at that move by Torato.
Again, has
Spins.
12 points already in this game.
Yeah.
First free throw for Simplicio Adame. So far, he has 5 points and 5 rebounds in this game. And now we'll be turning it over to Daphne Cristobal for a report.
There's no contentment para sa coaching staff ng Tanauan as they are still yearning for a better defense para sa kanilang koponan. In the huddle, yun talaga yung paulit-ulit na binigyan ng emphasis nitong si Coach Arnold as well as Sir Ivan. Meanwhile, Cho and Coach Kito, just a quick background para dito kay James Torato who got the hot hands on this game. He is also a product of Batangas City Baraquitos 18 under during the inaugural season and now showcasing his talent for the Brahmans in the Junior MPBL D-League 21 under. Balik sa inyo.
Thank you very much, Daphne, for that report. And I don't think his name is familiar to me.
Yes.
Even though I've covered season number 1. And maybe that screams volumes to how he's improved.
Yes, that's correct. Seems to be learning a lot from all the experiences that he had from the past games.
And we're talking about that guy who just missed the lane. Nonetheless, they have a 4-point lead. However, that time no good. Great hustle from Tivar. Torato is asking for it. And he's quick to redeem himself. So we shouldn't judge him immediately. But it looks like he's the one getting called for the foul. And that's foul number 3 in this period for the Brahmans.
And third personal foul in the part of Torato. And he needs to be careful because Quezon is not slipping away in this game.
So Edding comes back in for the Junior Huskers. Villanueva steps back for 3. No good. Edding tried to save it, but it was too late for them. Possession goes back to the Brahmans. Six-point lead now for Tanauan. Under 5 minutes remaining in our third period. And I'm really surprised by the hustle and energy being showcased by our players, considering it's nearly 11:30 at night. Meanwhile, Kurt Laput sends it out. Aguila, T4 for 3. That's good. He's 2 out of 2 from deep.
And you can't leave Tivar open para dito sa Quezon Huskers. You need to step up and contest those 3-pointers of Tivar.
Meanwhile, Villanueva answers back with his own version of a 3-point bomb.
Quezon Huskers really not backing down, trying to make a run on their own.
Indeed, the Junior Huskers proving they're more than their record. Meanwhile, Laput, Atienza, Pundano has it. Atienza up top. They have 8 seconds to work with. Atienza drops it. Tivar, no one was there to pick him up.
And that was a smart play para dito kay Atienza, attacking the paint and absorbing the defender.
Villanueva for 3. Not that time. Edding still not falling for them. And rebound grabbed by Kurt Laput, but he's called for a traveling violation.
Take a look at that replay. Atienza passing it to an open teammate, Tivar.
Artango will trigger the inbound. He finds Sikat outside, it's Edding. Meanwhile, Artango Tough shot gets fouled. So Skirt Lapot getting called for that foul. The fishing expedition working for Artago.
And obviously, that's really a foul against number 17, Lapot.
First one is good for Artago, the lefty. As we have over 3 minutes remaining in the third. He cuts the lead of Tanauan to just 7, a chance to cut it to 6. Second one on its way. So far he has 4 points and 2 assists in this game. Make that 5 points already. Laput brings it down. He's up against Simbulan. He draws half court. Pundano receiving it. Meanwhile, Aguila finding a way. But that's a traveling violation called.
Costly turnover there in the part of Tanauan. That's their 11th turnover.
Meanwhile, Sikat trying to find Edding. He does. He provides the screen. Edding will fire. That's money for Matt Edding.
Can't leave him open. Talking about Edding, and because he can shoot those open threes.
The lead is cut down to only single possession. As it looks like Edding getting called for the foul.
It's his second personal foul.
Let's take another look on what exactly happened. Again, Edding not happy with that call. But nonetheless, possession will continue for the Brahmans. They're up by 3. Over 2 minutes remaining in the third. Aguila for 3. No good. Rebound by Matt Edding. Edding in a rush. Edding. He won't score. Rebound grabbed by Atienza. Atienza is running. They will lose it. They keep it alive, but steal completed here by the Junior Huskers. Quezon with this fast break. They complete it and they cut the lead of Tanauan to just 1.
And smart play there by Edding, passing the ball to an open Herrera.
Meanwhile, almost another steal that's out of bounds. And possession, I believe, will stay with the Brahmans.
So far, Quezon Huskers is just trailing by 1 point. Take a look at that replay. That pass to Herrera.
Torato comes back in the game. Talking about him, already has 12 points in this game. Meanwhile, Torato finds Atienza outside. It's Kurt Laput. Horns play. Tivar provides the screen. Same with Aguila. And Tivar another 3. That's no good. Torato gets it back for them. He gives it to Aguila. Thought about the 3. 4 seconds remaining. Atienza. Tivar. And a foul called on the Quezon Junior Huskers.
And you gotta give credit for Atienza being aggressive in that sequence and putting Quezon in a penalty situation after this foul.
Meanwhile, Tivar. This time it's Atienza. He fades away. That's no good. Rebound by Matt Edding. He's up against Torato. This time it's Sahili. Looking to hand it off, but he will fire it himself and he will sink it.
And that was a great read para dito kay Sahili. Noticing that he's wide open and taking that open shot.
Don't look now. It's only a 2-point lead. Now a 2-point lead for the Quezon Junior Huskers. Showing again that they're more than their 1-4 record. Meanwhile, inside, Tivar. He puts one up, that's no good. Last 12 seconds. Stolen. Kurt Laput inside to Tivar. Still unable to put it in. Rebound captured by Edding. Last 2 seconds. And a foul will be called on the Brahmans.
And that's a silly foul in the part of Tanauan because they are in the penalty situation already. And chance to make this game a 4-point lead for Quezon.
So Matt adding a chance to tie the ball game up at 50 before we enter possibly the fourth period. The first one is no good for Matt Edding. And so far he has 6 points and 8 rebounds plus a single dime in this game. 1 out of 2 for Matt Edding. Tornato, half-court heave, or full-court heave. That's going to be too much. As we end our third period, 51-48. It's a 3-point lead for the Quezon Junior Huskers. And we shall return for the start of our fourth period. Once again, this is the one and only Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL D-League.
Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod, Junior MPBL para sa'yo, ang liga ng
Tatanggalin.
Back to the action right here for the start of the fourth and final period, 51-48. 3-point gap in favor of the Quezon Junior Huskers. And they're looking to get this W again. They're having a 1-4 record. And a 1W will probably get them back on track possibly, or hopefully. But I'm sure the Brahmans will look to prove that they're undefeated for a reason.
And so far, the reason why Quezon Huskers are up by 3 points here is because of their bench points. They scored 26 points on the bench, while Tanauan scored only 15.
Meanwhile, Sahili to Villanueva. This time it's Enal. Villanueva back to Enal. Outside pass. They fire for 3. That's in and out. Rebound by Tivar. But a steal, almost a steal, or rather a steal completed now by Edding. Villanueva for 3. That's money! Rex Villanueva from downtown.
Talking about Edding recognizes his shooter. Ito si Villanueva sinking his second 3-pointer in the game.
That's what Rex Villanueva can do. And now it's a 6-point lead for the Junior Huskers. Momentum is on Quezon's side. Di Mahilig lost it. Villanueva with a steal. And here comes the Junior Huskers. The attack. Outside pass. Villanueva one more time. Not good. But Enal inside. Drawing a foul. 2 freebies will be given to him. Let's take another look at this rebound coming from Paul Enal. The great bump. And 2 freebies coming up now after fishing for a foul.
And for And for this kid, Paul Enal, he's really developing every game. And he's averaging 10 points with five rebounds, almost a six rebounds per game.
Second on its way for the big man of the Junior Huskers. That's good for Paul Enal. So far has 9 points in this game plus 6 rebounds. And the Brahmans calling a timeout right here as we shall return for more action. Back to the action right here. It's a 7-point lead for the Quezon Junior Huskers. Sahili completes the steal, but he chooses to relax first as he sends it. Quezon Junior Huskers right now. Jump shot getting blocked. Meanwhile, Atienza is running. Atienza, that's blocked by Sahili. Ending, grabs the board. Sahili, it's with him again. Gives it to his teammate. Corner pass, they fire for 3. Too much, but Enal was there to clean up his teammate's mess.
I'm talking about just at the right time para dito kay Enal. He has his 7th rebound in the game.
Meanwhile, the Brahmans having possession. They're down by 9. Elihai losing it to Enal.
Ooh.
And here comes Matt Edding. No look pass to Simbulan, but he fumbles that shot. Nonetheless, it's another bucket for Paul Enal. Elihai, he will attack. Nowhere to go. The steal by Edding.
What a great defense para dito kay Enal, disrupting that pass.
Here comes Matt Edding. Steps on the brakes, chooses to take his time. 10 to shoot for Matt Edding. Elihai against him. Enal has it. He will fire for 3. That's no good. And the Brahmans get a hold of it. Atienza to the other side. Aguila. No good. Rebound again by Enal.
Enal is really working in this 4th quarter. That's his 8th rebound.
Edding will use the pick from Sahili. Edding will attack. Edding, he won't score. Try to get it back, and he does. Edding chooses to relax again, but they have only 6 seconds to shoot. Enal try to drop it, but Aguila gets a hold of that steal. Torato, forward pass. It looks like Matt Edding getting called for the foul.
And that was a hard foul para dito kay Edding against Torato.
So Edding, that's his 3rd foul of this game. As we take another look on the collision of bodies between those two. Nonetheless, Torato and company will retain possession. Over 6 minutes remaining. 11-point lead for the Quezon Junior Huskers.
And Edding will take a breather.
Meanwhile, Nava again played in that last game between the Baraquitos and Dasmariñas. Meanwhile, Nava. This time, De Ramos. The pick from Elihai. Aguila. Couple of moves. Drops it. Great find to James Torato.
Great no-look pass para dito kay Aguila.
The lead is cut down to 9. Still ample amount of time for Tanauan to cut down that lead. But if for Quezon, you don't want to underestimate this undefeated squad. As we take another look at this great location of Eliha to Torato for 2 points. As Sikat goes in exchange of Paul Enel.
And Enel seems to be wanting to play inside the court.
I mean, he is playing well, so why not? But Coach Jeric Teng says otherwise. Meanwhile, Artango puts one up, but will pass it out inside instead. And that's good from downtown. Sahili knocks it down from the corner.
Timely shot there by Sahili. And this is a 12-point advantage in the part of Quezon Huskers.
And Pundano was unable to answer back. The Quezon Junior Huskers smart with time. Zahir Sahili knocked down a 3 a while ago. He will fire one instead again, but he's called for in traveling.
On first turnover para dito sa Quezon Huskers. Take a look at that replay. A wide open shot by Sahili, and that's his 6th basket of the game.
Still a lot of chances for Nava and the Brahmans to make something happen. Meanwhile, the attack, they cut it to just 10 points.
A great attack there para dito kay number 28, Pondano.
Meanwhile, it's with the Huskers. Sikat hands it off, Villanueva. He puts one up. No good for Villanueva. Pondano with a rebound. Forward pass to Nava. And Nava will score.
And Nava seems like he's not tired from his last game.
And again, great pass from Pondano to the open Nava in transition. And it's now an 8-point lead only on the side of the Quezon Junior Huskers. Nature Spring timeout is called. Back to the action right here after that Nature Spring timeout. Ball is with the Quezon Junior Huskers. Meanwhile, intercepted by James Torato. Great defense on his part. The Brahmans have this possession. Outside pass, Aguila for 3. No good. 8-point lead for the Junior Huskers. Ending has it. Sahili. Enel asking for it. Down the post. Enel losing it. But he draws the foul.
Take a look at that post-up move para dito kay Enel. Really asking for the ball. Challenging his opponent in that post area.
Enel at the line. No good. Second one on its way for Enel.
And Enel is 1 rebound shy for a double-double.
But he's unable to sink 2 of his freebies. Nonetheless, it's an 8-point lead for them. Torato unable to sink that three. Pundano gets it back. Pundano will try. Crazy shot coming from Pundano.
And that's a great effort for Tanauan getting that offensive rebound.
More importantly, they cut the lead to just 6 for Quezon. And NL getting blocked. NL, though, has something to say about that.
And finally, NL gets his double-double. Take a look at that replay. Two-man action between Edding and NL.
Pound-for-pound fitness foul counted move. NL, a chance to make it back to a 9-point lead for them. And get their second victory of this season, hopefully.
Yes. Very impressive stats right now for NL with 15 points and 10 rebounds.
But then again, you don't want to underestimate this Brahman squad.
Yes. So far for Tanauan, Tivar leading the way, or Torato leading the way with 16 points and Tivar with 14.
This Mourinho was able to beat the home team in the Batangas Baraquitos a while ago. And let's see if Quezon is able to do the same as Paul Enel erases that shot out of existence. Meanwhile, Edding rising up, no good. Sikat claims it back. Outside Edding again. Edding inside to Enel. Enel getting called for a travel.
And NL needs to be smarter, be patient, reading the defense.
Here comes Torato and company. Torato finds Nava. Nava stops, he fades away. That's good for Nava. He's been doing that since his previous game.
That's his favorite move, itong si Nava. Now one-stop pop in the paint area. Very deadly for this kid.
And Tanauan needs those kinds of shots. Sahili outside. Matt Edding up top. Torato closely defending him. It's stolen. At least it was almost stolen. As possession will stay.
And you can see Tanauan really blitzing in that pick and roll, doing that hard double against Edding.
So Rex Villanueva goes in the game, looking to provide more spark for his team. Meanwhile, last 2 minutes of this game, Villanueva to Sahili, and they weren't aware of the shot clock.
That's very unfortunate in the part of Quezon.
It's only a 6-point lead though.
Yes.
Anything could still happen.
And Villanueva will sit back on the bench.
And here goes James Nava. He finds Elihai up top. He's up against Sikat. 13 on the shot clock. Elihai to Nava again. Nava, the pick from Elihai. Nava crossover move. He will lose it.
Costly turnover para dito kay Nava.
Meanwhile, out of bounds. Possession will stay with the Junior Huskers.
Both teams being lousy with the ball. And if you're Quezon Huskers, you just really need to work on the plays that Coach Jerick is trying to impose.
Meanwhile, Rex Villanueva will trigger the inbound. And on outside, gives it to Edding against Torato. Villanueva for three. That's no good. Elihai, immediate pass. And that was supposed to be for Torato, but that's captured by Edding. Meanwhile, Sahili outside to Edding, and they choose to take their time. Torato closely defending him. Edding, he will attack, and Edding unable to score, but Sahili was there. And the Tanauan Brahmans no choice but to call a timeout right here. They're down by 8, less than a minute remaining in this game. Back to the action right here. 66-58, an 8-point lead for the Quezon Junior Huskers as they're looking to get their second win of this inaugural season of our Junior MPBL D League.
14-7 shuffle.
And the Tanauan Brahmans potentially facing their first loss of the season. But they do have possession. It's Turato triggering the inbound. And a foul will be called on Artango.
And that's not a smart play if you're Artago.
Foul on number 12, that's his first personal foul. Two on the Quezon
But
Huskers.
it's only the second team foul of the Junior Huskers, so probably had margin for error.
Yes.
Nonetheless, Pundano gives it to Nava outside. Aguila, nowhere to go. Great defense from the Junior Huskers, and that's another foul on Artango.
Foul on number 12, that's his second. 13 foul.
Team foul number 3.
14-7 shuffle.
14 to shoot for Torado and company. Torato finds Nava. This time, Pundano for 3. That's no good. Torato unable to get the rebound, but a steal right here. It's still with Tanauan. Elihai. Aguila for 3. Still not falling.
Aguila's really struggling in the field.
And slowly but surely, the Junior Huskers finding light at the end of the tunnel. Time is their friend. But a steal right here by Torato. As Tanauan still choosing to attack. Ooh. Torato, reverse lay and it's good. But only 6 seconds remaining in the game. And it's a 6-point lead. Nonetheless, the Quezon Junior Huskers will call a timeout. And again, they're up by 6. 6 seconds remaining in the game. Back to the action right here for the last 5 seconds of the game. And I think that will do it. Second win of the season for the Quezon Junior Huskers as they climb up to 2-4, and their opponents, the formerly undefeated team, the Tanauan Brahmans, falling to 5-1, and they face their first loss of the season.
And what a win para dito sa Quezon Huskers. Giving the first loss of Tanauan Brahmans.
And who would have thought it would be the team from the bottom who will give them a challenge. But
You can see the box score.
And now we have on our screens a playoff quarterfinal schedule for tomorrow. Of course, this time it's going to be held on the Amoranto Sports Complex, as we'll have 9 games tomorrow. So that's something to look forward to.
Yes.
And again, you can watch our games live at the Junior MPBL Facebook page and YouTube channel. Talking about the game again, as you were saying, Coach Quito.
Yeah, for Quezon Huskers, despite of shooting 36% in the field, they dominated the rebounds with 48, and their second chance points is they made 23 points against 12 of Tanauan Brahmans, and that really summarizes the game for today. And in terms of the contributions, we have Edding with 7 points, 11 rebounds, 2 assists, 5 steals. Very efficient performance para dito kay Edding. Adame with 8 points, 7 rebounds, and 1 steal. And Villanueva with 9 points, getting that with 3 3-pointers.
And definitely a collective effort for the
Yes.
side of the Quezon Junior Huskers. But for now, that'll be it for this coverage. But there's going to be a press conference after this one, so better stay tuned to that. But still, we want to give our thanks to everybody who made this possible, who made the Junior MPBL possible. Of course, Senator Manny Pacquiao, our sponsors, Commissioner Keith Picazo, Executive Director J.R. Navarro. Once again, this has been Cholo Pangilinan, Coach Quito Limbo, and Daphne Cristobal at the sidelines. And this is the one and only Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL D-League.
Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod, Junior MPBL para sa'yo, ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino, liga ng bayan na to. Klaro na to, huwag kang sumuko sa gustong gawin, isang pangarap, isang